In this video, we're sharing 7 amazing striped pepper varieties that you can grow at home.
There are some really unique varieties on this list, so if you're still planning your garden and shopping for seeds, you may want to add a few of these to your pepper growing list.
We have grown most of these, but not all of them. There are a lot of striped peppers out there, believe it or not, more and more every year as people are crossbreeding them. But these are the ones we found most interesting so far.
And of course, we'll leave links in the description below to all of these varieties if you do want to check them out and purchase them.
So let's jump right into it with the first striped pepper, and that is the candy cane sweet pepper. This was one of the first striped peppers we ever grew. It's basically a miniature bell pepper, and it starts off with shades of white and green. It's striped, and then it eventually ripens through to orangey red. They grow on a nice compact plant, so it doesn't take up too much space, and it also makes for a pretty good container variety if you want to grow in a pot. And like most of the peppers we're talking about today, you also get variegated foliage with the candy cane, so you'll have that white and green foliage. It's just beautiful.
And the great thing about this pepper is that it actually tastes really, really good, unlike some of the other varieties on this list that are more ornamental, so it definitely checks off a lot of boxes.
The one downside is that this is a hybrid, so you can't really save seeds and have a reliable plant the following year. You may lose those stripes that you had on your first year, so you will have to purchase the seeds every season, which makes them a little more costly.
Next up on the list is the Mattapeño pepper, and this was discovered in a commercial greenhouse by Matt's Peppers when he noticed a really unique jalapeno seedling with white leaves, and thankfully he grew it out and saved the seeds to share with the pepper growing community. This plant has beautiful white and green foliage that is often more white than green. The plants themselves are really compact, so they don't take up too much room. They are a great option as an ornamental variety, but the pods themselves are really unique. They ripen to a beautiful red color, and the variegation on the pods is often really speckled and blotchy. I might even say that this is the most unique pepper on the list.
Yeah, it really is sort of an anomaly. Like, Matt was really lucky to find this, and thankfully he's shared lots of seeds with the community and with us over the years. And he's done a lot of crossing with his Mattapeño into things like the Thunder Mountain Longhorn, which is one of the longest chilies you can grow. He bred the Mattapeño into that, so you have these long striped peppers. Lots of cool crossbreeds with this pepper as well. Before we get to the next pepper, this video is sponsored by Bootstrap Farmer. They make pretty much all of the gardening supplies that we use to grow our peppers, from seed all the way to harvest outdoors, from these beautiful and functional and sturdy 6-cell seed starting trays to their durable 10-20 trays for moving plants around, and even 5-inch containers and grow bags, all of which are well designed and built to last.
One thing that we recently started using are their 10-20 trays with drainage holes, and we use these year-round. We use them to grow microgreens indoors in the winter, and they're also great for watering our peppers in the spring, so we don't have to pour off excess water. We can just leave the seedlings right in place and water them outside. And of course, all their products come in really cool, quirky colors, which are great for keeping things organized.
So we really do recommend Bootstrap Farmer. Check out what they have to offer and upgrade your supplies by clicking the first link in the description below. Now back to the striped peppers. The next striped pepper is very different from the first two, and that is the Sugar Rush Stripey. The main reason this is so different is that it actually ripens to a striped pattern rather than going from striped to a solid color like the other two. This starts off a solid sort of yellowish color, almost like banana peppers, and then eventually ripens through to have orange and red stripes. This was incredibly rare before the Sugar Rush Stripey came along, and it really was just a mutant of the original Sugar Rush pepper. Sugar Rush Red and Sugar Rush Peach were around for a long time, and some growers were lucky enough to just discover this in their garden and hung on to the seeds and shared them with the community. Now this comes from Capsicum baccatum, so it's a different flavor profile altogether. And one of the drawbacks of the pepper is that they take a really long time to grow and to ripen, which you really want these peppers to do. You want to give them enough time to ripen and get those beautiful stripes. So that's one drawback that you need to be aware of.
And we definitely have a love-hate relationship with this pepper because we've dealt with a lot of disease issues with it. But if you've never grown it before, it's definitely worth a shot at least once because they're really quirky and the pod shapes are really cool too, and they taste really good pickled.
Yeah, that's one thing I also wanted to say is that this is a really delicious pepper. Capsicum baccatum peppers are really great. Good heat level and nice crunch factor as well. If you can get them to fully ripen and you don't have as many disease issues as we've had, it's a really fun plant to grow. We did make a dedicated video about this pepper. If you want to learn a little bit more about its history and see some more shots of it, I'll leave a link to that down below.
Next up is a pepper that made it on our most excited to grow list for 2025, and that is the Peppapeach stripey. This pepper was discovered back in 2021 by grower Matt Layton, and we had really good results with it last season. It was a really cool plant and really prolific. We got a lot of good looking pods off of it. It is still a bit unstable. Some growers are working to stabilize the variety. There is some variation in the pod size and the size of the stripes on the peppers, but overall a really beautiful plant with tasty pods and definitely worth trying at least once.
I'd say this one is pretty similar actually to the Sugar Rush stripey. It's from Capsicum baccatum as well. It ripens through to have those stripes. But to emphasize your point, my mom actually grew this pepper last year and her peppers didn't end up having the stripes at all, but they're still tasty, crunchy peppers with a nice heat level. The next pepper is a real classic. This was the first striped pepper we ever grew, the fish pepper. We actually found these at a farmer's market called Chili Fest many years ago, and they're pretty unassuming when they're ripe because they just ripen to red, but before they ripen is when all the magic happens. You have this beautiful variegated foliage, whites and greens. It's a nice bushy compact plant with tons of fruits, and the peppers themselves start off beautiful shades of white and green and orange, sometimes a little bit of brown before they eventually do ripen to a solid red. This one also has a pretty interesting history. There was a painter named Horace Pippin back in the early 1900s who saved seeds from unique and special pepper varieties and other types of produce. And without his efforts, we probably wouldn't have this pepper anymore, so thanks to him.
And these definitely are not our favorite in terms of flavor, but they definitely have a place in the garden. You can grow them in containers. They're very ornamental, perfect patio plants, and absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they're not the most outstanding flavor, but they're good for dried pepper flakes, so that's one great way to use them.
Next up on the list is the Bryan's blood pepper, and this is a poblano cross that we're actually growing for the first time this season. And this pepper actually made it on our 2026 list of peppers that we're most excited to grow. This is an annuum variety, so a nice mild pepper on this list to grow that'll certainly have a lot of use in the kitchen.
I envision us using this to maybe make stuffed peppers or to roast them, and I want to try harvesting them early so that they're still nice and striped so we get that nice pretty presentation in our food. And the final pepper on this list, and I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this one, but the Zebrange or maybe Zebrange pepper. It's basically a combination of the word zebra and orange because it has those stripes and they're orange in color. You may also see this one called Ahi Fantasy Stripey if you're out there looking for seeds. And the reason is it's a cross between Ahi Fantasy and the Bishop's Crown. So the most interesting thing about this one, besides the stripes of course, is its shape. It's got that Bishop's Crown, beautiful baccatum shape. And in our experience, we did grow the Ahi Fantasy White a few seasons ago, and that pepper was incredibly productive, the most productive one out of our entire garden that year. So hopefully we can expect the same thing from this striped variety.
I can definitely see us using this for salsa in the kitchen and pebre and maybe some hot sauces. It's gonna be a lot of fun to grow this one.
Don't leave without leaving a comment with a cool striped pepper that you've grown. These are just some of the most intriguing and beautiful peppers, and we'd love to hear what you've grown in the past.
Thanks for watching Pepper Geek. We'll see you next time.